You'd think this is where the story ends, right? Wrong. This is where the brain horror movie begins. Why just good night? Why not good night? Love you. Did they sound less affectionate today? Are they mad at me? Oh God, are they losing interest? And just like that, a simple good night has turned into a full-blown relationship crisis. Does it sound like you? Congrats, you're an Olympic-level overthinker. But why do we do this? And more importantly, how do we stop before we sabotage our own happiness? Here's what's really happening when you start spiraling. Your brain hates unanswered questions. Ever notice how we don't overthink things that are 100% clear? Like if your partner says, I love pizza. Cool. No further questions. But if they say, I need some space. Oh boy. Now your brain goes into detective mode. Why this happens? Uncertainty triggers anxiety, and our brain tries to fill in the blanks, usually with the worst possible scenarios. We feel uncomfortable with not knowing, so we create stories to explain things, even if those stories aren't true. How to stop it? Instead of assuming the worst, remind yourself, not everything needs an immediate answer. Let things unfold naturally. When you feel the urge to analyze every word, distract yourself with an activity, work out, watch a show, or call a friend. You're trying to read their mind and failing miserably. We assume we know what our partner's thinking. They looked at their phone while I was talking. They're not interested in me anymore. Spoiler alert, you don't have telepathic powers. What you think they're thinking and what they're actually thinking are usually two completely different things. Instead of jumping to conclusions, focus on facts. What have they actually said and done in the relationship, not just in the last 5 minutes? Past experiences are messing with you. If you've ever been ghosted, cheated on, or hurt in the past, your brain remembers that pain. Now, even when nothing is wrong, your brain goes, last time someone acted distant, I got hurt. Let's assume the worst so we don't get blindsided again. It's a survival mechanism, but the problem is, you're reacting to old wounds, not your current reality. Ask yourself, is this thought based on this relationship or an old one? If you're carrying past hurt, consider therapy or journaling to process it instead of projecting it onto a new partner. So how do you stop yourself from overthinking? Let's find out. Step 1. Recognize the overthinking spiral. It starts as one little thought. Why haven't they replied yet? And suddenly you're starring in your own mental soap opera. Your brain writes an entire tragic love story where they've lost interest, met someone new, and are already planning their next vacation without you. Here's the thing. Overthinking is like a runaway train. The longer it goes, the harder it is to stop. So the goal? Catch it early. The moment you notice your brain spiraling, literally tell yourself, oh, I'm overthinking. Naming it makes it easier to stop. The moment you step outside of the thought loop and call it what it is, you take away its power. Step 2. Ask yourself, is this real? Your brain is a master storyteller, but not all of its stories are true. It loves to add unnecessary drama. Question your thoughts. Ask yourself, what actual proof do I have that something is wrong? Not assumptions, not gut feelings, real undeniable proof. Separate feelings from facts. Just because you feel like something's wrong doesn't mean it is. Take a step back and assess the situation logically. Compare past versus present. If this exact situation happened before, did it actually turn out as badly as you imagined? Chances are your worst fears never actually came true. By asking, is this real? You take control of the narrative instead of letting your mind run wild. Step 3. Don't assume, communicate. Overthinking thrives on silence. It's like leaving a book half read and deciding to write your own ending, except your ending is always the worst-case scenario. But instead of assuming, just ask. Clarity kills overthinking. Use direct questions. Just ask, hey, everything okay? You seem a little off. 9 times out of 10, the answer will be something simple, like stress or exhaustion. Don't wait too long. The longer you assume, the worse your overthinking gets. If something is really bothering you, address it sooner rather than later. Be clear, not accusatory. Say, I noticed you've been quiet today. Everything good? Instead of, why are you ignoring me? The first invites conversation, the second invites defensiveness. Step 4. Challenge your inner drama queen. Overthinking is basically turning every little detail into a dramatic TV show. Ask yourself, is this really as bad as I'm making it? Reframe the thought. Instead of thinking they're ignoring me, try they're probably busy. Step outside yourself. Imagine giving advice to a friend in your situation. What would you tell them? Now give that same advice to yourself. Step 5. Distract yourself. Overthinking needs fuel, your attention. The more you feed it, the worse it gets. But when you shift your attention elsewhere, you stop giving those thoughts power. And no, I don't mean just sitting there pretending to distract yourself while still secretly overanalyzing every text. Actually engage in something fun, immersive, or productive. Step 6. Practice self-compassion. Overthinking often comes from a place of insecurity or fear that you're not enough. So instead of torturing yourself with all the what-ifs, remind yourself that you're doing your best. You're allowed to have doubts, but you're also worthy of love and respect. Give yourself permission to be human. Nobody is perfect. If you made a mistake, acknowledge it, learn, and move forward. Use affirmations. Simple statements like, I am worthy of love, or I am doing my best, can shift your mindset over time. When you learn to be kind to yourself, overthinking loses its grip. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Step 7. Take it one day at a time. Overthinking the future? Stop. Your relationship isn't a race. It's about connection, understanding, and having fun together. Don't try to predict what will happen next month, next week, or even tomorrow. Focus on today. Deal with problems as they come, not as you imagine them in your head. Relationships grow in real time, not in the future you're panicking about. So there you have it. How to stop overthinking in your relationship. You're already doing great. Stop overthinking, start living, with a little laugh along the way. Like, share, and subscribe for more tips on how to live a happier, calmer, and more fun life. No more overthinking, just be you.